Thanks for the soup, Rug. Hey. Okay, so here's the deal. I've been hooked up to HughesNet, and I got a middle tier because it was not $100. It was only 65. The thing is that it's not remarkable. It could be dog shit, which means that the stream could end up being dog shit. And if that's the case, I will not be streaming. But this is a test. So if everything goes good for this, we're back, bitch. It's been too long. We're back. So yeah, just if there's like hiccups in the frame rate, or if the bit rate looks like shit, or if it's lagging behind, or anything that looks fucking weird, let me know and I'll tinker with it, because there's some settings I can tweak in OBS. It's already at a lower quality from 1080. I think I bumped it down to 720, but I mean, it looks good on my end. I hope it looks good on your end. I don't know. Hey, Mora! I'm back! I'm alive, I didn't die. You might have thought. How's it going? When was the last time was it like a year ago from today? Or not from today, but from like roughly around this time? I feel like that's about right. I think it was June. I think June was the last month. Sometime early June. That's crazy. Did you miss me? I have been doing stuff on my own end. So much shit happened since I streamed last. It's crazy. I have a house now. I'm a homeowner. It took 6 years, but I have a place. Is it a shit shack? Yes, you betcha. But it's mine. I have another cat now. She's adorable. Her name is Worm. I have a house and a cat, and that's the only thing I could ever need. Other than my art tablet. I would go crazy if I didn't have this tablet, man. Like, I don't know what I would do. Just fucking sit in my sofa for 6 hours straight. I don't know. What do people do? It's too hot to do anything outside. It's been fucking miserable this summer. This is the worst, by far and away, the worst summer I've ever lived through in my 22, almost 23 years of life. It has sucked shit. I can't stand this summer. It's been nothing but humid, absolutely miserable. I don't want to be outside, but there's a ton of stuff that I want to do outside, because the people that owned this house before me didn't know what the hell they were doing. I just took down a little like brick decorative wall around the big tree in my backyard that was like a roller coaster, you know. The dude who put it in, I don't know if it was the dude that had it before me, or the dude that had it before that guy, or who. They didn't do it right. They just like dumped mulch on top of it and hoped that would make it look okay. A house or my art tablet? I would have to say my art tablet, because the art tablet is what got me the house. Somehow. I won't say how much, but I'll just say I put a fat fucking down payment. Okay. I worked my ass off. And I got a really good interest rate for it. Because little did I know, my mom told me, she works in real estate. Whenever you put up like a large amount down on the house in comparison to the loan amount that you're taking out, you actually get a pretty good interest rate. So I got locked in after I put in my offer at 5.125%, somewhere around there, which, considering the market's been at like 6.8, that's great. And if it ever dips back below like 3 or 4, I want to say, I could get a reappraisal and probably drop my mortgage amount by somewhere around like 100 maybe. It's already stupidly low. $5%, yeah. Anything at 5 or below is doable. Like, very, very fine. Anything below 3, you hit the fucking jackpot. I wish I got 3, man. I would be paying pennies a month if I had 3. And some people have, like, below 3. Some people have 2. Or, like, 2.5. But I can't imagine a world where that's going to happen again anytime soon. I remember feeling very uneasy with my first shopping trip at Aldi specifically, because Aldi is already dirt cheap. But I went to Aldi on my own, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I had half of a cart of shit, and it was like over $100, right? Which the stuff that was in there should not have been $100. And I remember that, and thinking in the back of my head, huh, that doesn't seem correct. That doesn't seem right. And then the past 4 or 5 years have just been a very steep, like the steepest roller coaster you've ever been on, more steep than that, downward trend into the pits of economic hell. And I'm so grateful that I was able to get a place before it got worse. Because my mom was like, oh, you should hold out until interest rates come back down. And I was like, no, that's not going to fucking happen. I'm not waiting for 2023 housing market crash to happen again. Absolutely not. I know it would be beneficial for me technically as a buyer, but no, I'm not waiting for that shit. Because all the good property is going to get snapped up by flippers immediately. I'll have no chance with buying, you know. No fucking chance. Goddamn cash buyers coming and dropping $240K cash. You pricks. They beat my brother out of a house like 5 times. The American housing market, it's not good, man. Anything related to real estate will probably be some of the most stressful, unnecessarily in a large part, but stressful nonetheless, shit that you will ever go through. Apartment hopping was terrible, but way less stress than the actual, like, home buying process. I just can't stand the thought of, because it almost happened to me, landlords jacking up rent by, I don't know, 40 or 50 bucks annually. And for what? Am I going to see that value back in any meaningful way? Fuck no. What do I want to do with this base? Corporations to buy housing. There's a picture. I remember seeing this. It was so fucking depressing, dude. It's like this beautiful... If this is a bird's eye view of this property, it's this big ass ranch style property. It's got this, you know, nice paved driveway and a little like detached garage over here. Super nice house, right? And it's all on its lonesome in this big expansive field. There's maybe like one house over here or something, but for the most part, like all of this shit is grass, and then it connects up to the main road somewhere out here maybe. And this picture was taken in like 2000 and I don't know, sometime in the 2010s, sometime in there. And then there's another picture like 10 or 15 years later, and it's just fucking megaplex, like enshrouding this poor fucking house, which was probably once so nice and relaxing to, you know, just go out and play in or stand in your backyard, or I don't know, walk around naked with the windows open, whatever you wanted, you know. Can't do that. Gone. All your privacy just gone. That is sick and twisted. I think that is so fucked up, because I love my privacy. One of the big reasons that I wanted to get this place so bad, there's a big ass privacy fence in my backyard. I don't have to see shit. Am I still paranoid? Yes. But technically, I shouldn't be. Should I make a dragon man? I think I'm gonna make a dragon man. What if I do it? Okay, hold on. I do dragons, I do bulls. Dragon bull. I'll do both. How about that? Yeah, introvert's nightmare, seriously. And like man, I don't know how long I'm gonna be in this place, but I really hope that that doesn't happen to me, because I think there's technically empty land across the street from me. I saw a guy mowing it. I don't know if that's a city dude. I don't know if that's a dude that just owns the property, but I'm hoping that it's a guy that owns it and that he's not going to give it up for a long time. Because if people put developments over there, I'll have neighbors across the street on both sides. I have a corner lot, and I like my corner lot because I have one side where I don't see there's no one over there, right? That's great. I don't want to be boxed in. Hey, Mira. Hey, Mitch. Yeah, I love the fence. And it's a good one, too. It's really tall. It's all wood. It's probably the only thing that the dude who lived here built properly. Everything else is fucking, like, max stats in redneckery. I've seen some jarring shit. A lot of the basic fixes or like things just holding other things together, he used deck screws, which are star bits that are long as shit and really annoying to get out. They're like super heavy duty because they have to hold up a fucking deck, but he used them in like the littlest, tiniest places. I'm like, brother, why did you not just have normal screws? Did you bury them all in the backyard? Because that's another thing that's been happening. Every time that I go in my backyard and I'm using my little hoe to fix up the ground a little bit, I'm uncovering shit. I found a tiny little cactus thing. I keep finding packets of, I don't even know what it is, but it's hard as shit, and it's in like a little plastic pack. I'm like convinced that I'm gonna find a fucking dinosaur skeleton next. I found all sorts of tools. They tried to burn a bunch of tools in a little metal barrel that they left behind. It's just fucking weird, man. But I love it. It's like a little mystery box, but on my property. 3 kitchen floors under a tile. Damn. I have 2 layers of veneer. I do know that. I have a gray veneer on top of brown veneer on top of, I don't know what. But the gray veneer is a little suspicious because the house is 100 years old, so it's already kind of bowing and leveled out over time. But there's like a weird empty feeling in some spots when I don't have my slides on and I'm just stepping around. Half of my foot will dip a little bit more, and I'm like, that can't be right. That cannot be right. Who'd you buy your house from? Missouri rednecks. I am like properly in the boonies. I have to drive between 10 and 15 minutes just to get to like basic civilization. Mass grave. That's what I thought I hit like a skull or something the other day, but I think it was just ceramic. It was around that same tree I was talking about with the fucked up decorative wall. I was using a shovel, and I was just like, because I took all the bricks off and it left behind a really solid rim of dirt. There's like a fucking Minecraft brick wall of dirt around it. And so I was using that to level it all out. And then I started smashing into something, and I thought it was a rock. And then it gave way, and it was kind of like a white, crackled looking thing. And I was like, is that a fucking bone? What is this? I think it was just ceramic, though. Because it didn't have any like bone coloring. It was straight up white. But definitely spooked me for a second. Oh yeah, it's really quiet. Well, I say that. Day 6 of living here, there was a new dog. That dog was not there whenever we toured. That dog was not there whenever we toured a second time. That dog was not there whenever we signed the papers. That dog was not there for the first 5 days that I lived here, but that dog showed up on that 5th day, and god fucking damn it, did it not shut the fuck up for a whole week straight. I mean, for 8 hours straight. I'm not joking when I say that. 8 hours straight, that son of a bitch back there was yapping, barking, wallering, howling, every fucking noise that can come out of a dog, it was making it. And it was driving me insane. Because it's directly in my backyard. It's the neighbor directly behind me. And I don't know if she just had the dog in the house? I don't know. And then she let it out in the summertime? I don't fucking know. But I was going insane. And then one night, I'm like, if it had continued after this night, I would have been pounding on that door. But 2:30 in the morning, I wake up, and that dog is wailing for its life. Like it's being cornered and about to be mauled by something, you know? Insane noises. And I'm just like, what is going on? Why is the dog outside? And why is the dog not shutting up? Why is it doing it at 2 a.m.? What's out there? What's out there? You know, I'm just like, you're in that state of getting woken up and you just want to go back to bed, but you can't. You're in that really angry... I don't know if anyone else gets that. I get really, really angry when I'm in that state. That's the only time I feel like rage, like genuine rage. It's hard to get me angry. And that shit went on for an hour. I remember. It was an entire hour because I checked the time just before I went back to bed. I had to be on my phone. I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't get back to sleep. So from 2:30 in the morning until about 3:30, 3:45, bark, 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 bark. Non-stop. And I don't know if it like got it out of its system that day or that night, I guess. I don't know, but it kind of like tapered off steadily from there. And now the only time that he loses his mind is if he sees me come around my shed. But other than that, he's a good boy. I want to believe that he's a good boy because he's cute. He's a younger dog. She must have got him like brand new as a puppy just after I moved in. And just, she's a fucking old lady. She's sweet, you know. I was out there mowing with my rinky-dink little push mower on the verge of heat stroke, and she was like, I got a 0 turn, but it doesn't work. If you can figure out how to fix it, I'll let you use it. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll look at some videos. I never looked at fucking videos. I'm not gonna fix that thing. But, you know, she's cool. Both my neighbors, they're all old people. They both offered to let me use their mowers at this point. So that's how you know I'm really out in the sticks. But, like, I don't want to run their mowers over my shit yard that I don't really know yet because I don't want to fuck their blades up. I don't want to use their gas. But they're cool. But yeah, she just, like, almost certainly never got the dog trained and won't get the dog trained. But, I mean, as long as he's in her backyard and not biting anyone, I guess, you know, whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, yeah, yeah, he's just really timid. You can tell. Because, like, whenever I would be out there picking up sticks or whatever, he would bark and, like, charge the gate. But the second that I took one tiny little step at him, or even like reached a hand out or anything, tuck tail, run back, go up the 3 stairs, or yeah, the 3 stairs, and sit on the tiniest little back patio you've ever seen. Just mortified that I was out there. He's a cute dog though. He's like a medium-sized, brown, floppy ears. I don't know what breed. Looks kind of like a pointer, almost. Probably not a pointer, but he has that same exact build and like general head structure. Take picture of dog. Maybe. Maybe if I'm out there again cutting grass, I can get one. Because I don't want to just roll up on my neighbor's backyard and then snap a picture and not say anything. They might think I'm a little fucking weird. If she sees. Okay, I'm gonna give this guy big pointy teeth. And then, maybe this kind of mouth? It's like overlap. I like when the top jaw completely overlaps the bottom one. It's one of my favorite design features, I think. City born, now country acclimated. Hell yeah, brother. I love the country. Every person that asked where I was going, you know, I told them I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna end up in the city that I'm in is 200 people. Okay, so if you want to get a sense of scale for how big this city is, it's anything but. It's not big. And every time that someone asked me where I was going and I told them that, they were like, well, do you have friends out there? Is there a job you have out there? Like, why are you going out there? And I'm like, because I want to be fucking left alone. You know, I just want my little patch of land to sit and do jack shit in. Is that crazy? And it's cheap as shit. Like, I don't want to buy a fucking $400,000 house in, like, middle suburbia and be absolutely miserable because I have weirdo neighbors who get way too involved in everyone's business and also be paying, you know, 3 arms and 4 legs just to be able to survive. Fuck that. I'm good with my sub $400 a month mortgage payment. I'm very happy with that, actually. Maybe I should have just told them that and then they would shut up. Because most people, I think that they're paying like 4 times that much. This is the lowest stress level I've had in my entire life. Partially thanks to Lexapro, which is another new thing. Besides the house, besides the cat. A wonderful medication. Get medicated, y'all. I didn't want to do it for super long, but now that I'm on it, I'm happy. I'm feeling happy. Oh shit, hey wait, I need to ping someone. I totally fucking forgot. Hey brother, get in here. Yo, I forgot to ping you, but I am live. Cool. Okay, actually, I like this guy. He's coming along. Yeah, and the HOAs. Absolutely not. Some of the places that I was looking at, they would be kind of like a reasonable price, but the HOA a month would be between like $200 or $300. I'm like, what? I'm gonna pay you guys to harass me? What if I don't want AstroTurf in my lawn? You know, what if I want like grass that's above 3 inches in length? You gonna come out with the squad and threaten me? And I'm gonna pay you $300 to do that? A month? No. Simply no. I am sweaty. Yeah, it is small, I know, right? 7K is closer to where I grew up. I grew up in a town of like 4 or 5K. Kind of a highway town. And it's funny because the city administrators very, very explicitly said whenever they were being petitioned to like build more restaurants in the town or approve that kind of zoning, they specifically said, we don't want outsiders here. We're not doing that. So even though it's a highway town, they don't want any growth. They want nothing to do with growth. No industry, no good places to go, no fun. Fuck you, go to the other towns that are, 10 minutes away to do that shit. I have to remember to put underwear on these guys and not follow my instinct. Okay. I think I might just make this a solid fill for now, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe shrink the head a little bit too, just a little bit. Outside, yeah, I know, right? Stupid. Went to a big city for longer than a week. Yeah. I feel like most of the vacations that I've taken have been to major cities. Like, we went to Knoxville, Dallas, Seattle, DC, Scottsdale slash Phoenix slash Mesa slash Tulsa area. Where else? Shit. We went somewhere up in Wisconsin at one point. But yeah, it's been mostly cities, and I do feel myself getting overwhelmed. It's not like I can't figure out how to do anything, although there was one very embarrassing thing that happened to me where oh my god, dude. I still think about this sometimes. It's so bad. I went to a smoothie shop with my friend, and I hadn't been really out and about because I don't go to restaurants, I don't go into shops, I don't spend money anywhere really at all. A gun. And we went into the smoothie shop, and I got my order and she got her order, and it was time to pay. Well, I get my card out and I'm looking around for like a standard card reader, with the little buttons in the screen and the swipe or whatever, and you can stick your chip in. And I'm looking around and I don't see anything like that. And so I'm just standing there with my card in my hand, like, and the lady that took my order is looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and then she like points over to this little white, like, oval looking thing where you just tap your card. And I go, "Do we pay here?" And she goes, "Yeah." Like, "Yeah, you do." And I'm like, "Okay." Fucking man's first time out in society. Circa 2022. I would combust in the club, I think. I don't think I would do good in the club. We've had this conversation. I would be geeking out in the club. Not in a good way. Because, like, what do I do? Also, I have a really terrible voice for loud environments, which I've realized, because anytime I've been at a party, whenever I'm talking to people, there's this look in their eyes where I just know they don't hear a single fucking thing I'm saying, and I have to speak up even louder. And by the time that I've spoken up louder 3 times, they still can't hear me. It's just, I'm not built for it. You gotta understand. What are you doing there? I don't want to drink. I can't be sober in the club. I mean, I'll be the DD, but I don't want to be in the club sober, I'll sit in the car outside. I'll do that. I'll be bumping tunes in there. Yeah, deposit riches. All right, what kind of club? How much money do I need to bring? Will there be dancers, or is it just going to be a social club? I would pay for some, not pay for dances, but like pay to see dances. Those are fucking athletes up there. Are you kidding me? Some of them. I'll show you a magic carpet. A whole new world. I do agree with that. I do think everyone should lie. Everyone should be a punk. Everyone should commit some sort of fraud at some point in their life. Low risk, so that you don't end up in jail if you get caught. I need to retell the story about whenever I impersonated a dude over the phone. Kind of on accident, kind of on purpose. Okay, so it was when I was apartment hunting, and I had submitted an application to a new place, alright, and I was waiting to hear a call back from them to confirm that everything was going to go good, right? And I'm in my ceramics class, probably 10:30 in the morning, and I get a call on my phone. And so I pause what I'm doing, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta take this call. Well, I had my Bluetooth earbuds in, and just, like, impulsively, I took one of them out as I accepted the call, but I forgot to disconnect Bluetooth from the earbuds. And I walked outside with my phone up to my ear, not hearing anything, and just being like, hello, hello? And then I realized, like, oh shit, the Bluetooth. So by the time that I disconnected the Bluetooth, I had missed what the dude said at first, and then he was just like, can you hear me now? And I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? Like, I didn't say anything, I just said, hello, like, what's up? And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm glad you could hear me. Sometimes, you know, back in the day, there were people who would set up their voicemail box to be like, hey, this is John, how are you? Just kidding, haha, leave a message. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was just like kind of listening to him talk. And he was like, yeah, so anyway, we got your car up here, and we were just, you know, everything's looking great and good to go. And by this point, it's clicking for me, like, oh, this is not a call intended for me. And I've answered, and now I'm stuck in a really weird situation where I've been on the line with this dude for probably a whole minute now, and I am not the right person. But I believe in the sunken cost fallacy to some extent, okay? So I'm locked in at this point. And he's talking to me about the fucking headlights, and they had to replace the headlights, and I had the option at this point of either making the headlights match, because currently they did not match. One was incandescent and one was LED, but they would make them match if I wanted them to. And I, as this person, was like, okay, well, I don't think it's a really big deal if they don't match, to be honest with you. And what if he gets charged for it? So I'm going to do him a solid, and I'm going to say no to that, because what if they upcharge him? What if they scam him? And I was Dave at that point, because Dave is the name that the dude gave me whenever he was like, have a good day, Dave. And I said, you too. So, Dave, if you're out there, if you're listening and you have some mismatched headlights, I hope you're okay with that. And if you're not, get fucked. I don't know. Sober in the club is for watching, periodically getting overwhelmed. That's me. Do people smoke in the club? I wouldn't be cool with that. I don't want to deal with being gassed out of the club. I really don't like smoke. Committing fraud to avoid awkwardness. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I only took the call because I was waiting on that fucking apartment. And I thought that was them. Otherwise I don't answer numbers that I don't recognize. It would have just, gone to my voicemail otherwise. Okay, there's one design. Outside of the club, not allowed indoors. Good. That makes sense. Let me use Workhorse, because Ballpoint Pen is not feeling great tonight. Need to make that bigger, though. That's too big. There we go. Who do I draw? I'll draw a little Mick. I haven't drawn Mick in a minute. Yeah, most places in the U.S. are like smoking outside, thankfully. Or, I mean, there was a place in my hometown where it was like a designated smoking zone. So if you were especially tall, maybe you would catch some strays, you know, up in the stratosphere. But otherwise, it was fine, I guess. This is a very pretty song. You love smoking? I think if it's in your own area, I'm neutral towards that. I don't really care. It's just whenever it's in, like, I'm involved. That's when I hate it. My mom smokes cigarettes. I've been trying to get her to quit those for the better half of like a decade at this point. Thankfully, she didn't ever do it like around me or with me anywhere near her. But I mean, you still smell that shit. There's no getting away from it. My aunt, on the other hand, whenever she was going through her crazy manic episode, and I mean like genuine mania, like menopause hit her like a fucking freight train, and then she went crazy off the edge and got involved with a bunch of young people on drugs. We think a lot of it was probably methamphetamines because Missouri. During the initial like death spiral of that, she bought I think at the time it was 2021, brand new 2021 Lexus for like $40K, and she had me drive it. She was like, "Do you want to drive the Lexus?" And I was like, "Sure, sure." And we got on it, and I'm in a highway town, so I got on the highway, and she fucking lights up a cigarette in the car and like cracks the window. I'm not joking. An eighth of an inch. She cracks the window an eighth of an inch and is like sticking it, like jamming the cigarette through this little tiny gap in the window, doing fucking nothing. And I'm just, you know, not breathing at all at this point because I hate breathing that shit in so much. And then, you know, we're probably like a mile deep in the highway and she's like, "This thing goes really fast if you wanted to." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I can tell, like it's got a lot of power in it, I can feel it." And she's like, "Go fast, like speed up a little bit." And I'm like, "Okay." And so I go from like 65 to maybe 75 for all of 3 seconds, and then she's like, "No, hit it." I'm like, "Okay." And so I get up to maybe 85. There's no cars around me, I was conscious of that, but I get up to that, and that thing had a fucking the spirit of 1,000 horses in it, man. That thing was slick, but it did get trashed by whatever junkies she was with. We still don't know. We still don't know who the fuck she was involved with. That was the same aunt that took, I think it was around $10,000 in cash down to an airport because she was going to go to Mexico, and it all got stolen from her. / she lost it, and it eventually got stolen. She wanted to go to Mexico really bad. I don't know why. What else did she do? She threatened to shoot up my whole family with guns. She accused my niece's father of being a bad man. You can probably assume what I mean by that. What else? She was off the rails, man. She was fucking crazy. Oh yeah, the thing that like excommunicated her from my family was when my uncle passed. She was like, "I'm gonna go dance on his grave," and we fucking loved my uncle, man. He was awesome. Umple. I called him Umple. Loved that guy. He was cool. He also smoked. And the reason that you shouldn't smoke is because he got taken out by stage 4 trachea cancer. That shit was brutal. Really sad. But whenever he passed, she said that shit, And that was the final straw for our whole family to be like, okay, you're dead to us. Never talking to you again in a friendly way. Never going to seek any sort of communication with you directly. Um, Later. Good luck in Mexico if you make it. Yeah, class. Yeah, she was just. Oh man, I think she was probably suffering from dementia too, because I think I mentioned this at stream at some point. But I was talking to her before she went completely off the rails, and I would say something like, "Oh yeah, I did this in school today," and she would just, "Oh yeah," like it would take that long for her to reply to me, and I would. It was so off-putting. Oh man, I remember it. I hate that like out of it stare. And like clearly, if it was dementia, she couldn't help it. But man, I felt weird. I just felt weird being around her just after a certain point. I was like, this isn't my aunt. This is a fucking menace. And she was a little bit loony. Yeah, no. Well, the thing is that she was on medication, but she just like would regularly stop taking it, and then that's when she became really bad again, and then she would get back on it and be kind of okay for a little bit, and then drop it and fucking just oscillate between bad, horrible, okay, horrible, you know. And I think recently, and mind you, she's like in her 70s. She's been in her 70s throughout this whole entire arc. Old woman. I think only recently she's come to her bearings a little bit because she is medicated again. And she's like sticking with it. But I don't know, man. At one point she was like in a hospital randomly because she was basically homeless. She sold her house, which had a fully fenced in, full deck, full shed pool, beautiful outdoor back patio. Like I still remember it to this day. I remember every single inch of it because it was so fucking awesome. Easily, whenever it sold, easily a $350,000, maybe $300,000 property. She sold it for under 180K, and the people that got it, a fucking steal. And I'm kind of pissed that I didn't get it because I was too young and I didn't have a proper job, and I couldn't even own a house if I wanted to because god damn it, that was a nice house. God damn it. Maybe it'll be back on the market one day and I'll cop it. Although, it could be cursed by her fucking her horrible energy. Renovations or additions. So, what's interesting is that the previous homeowners actually did do like an entire bedroom and bathroom addition kind of recently. So that's where I'm at right now. It's the master bedroom properly now, which you would not believe because the like guest bedroom now technically used to be the main bedroom, and that thing is a fucking shoebox, dude. It's tiny. It's so small. It's a perfect guest room. But goddamn, as a main bedroom, I can't. I gotta measure it. I gotta go in there and properly measure it, and put that in the server later because it is itty bitty. But as far as shit that I've been doing, no like major renovations. I'm trying to get the outside cleaned up a little bit more. And what I want to do is make it to where I have to cut as little grass as possible because the grass is pissing me off. So some sort of like terrain adjustment. I don't know if I'm going to do concrete pour. I don't know if I'm just going to do gravel because there's already gravel around. That's outside. As far as inside, I've just been painting. I've been really enjoying the painting. I think I posted a picture of how the painting had been going. Where did I put that picture? I don't remember. In food, maybe? Living room. That's not it. Okay, that goes back to 2024. That's not right. Oh, wait, here we go. Copy. There we go. Okay, wait. Also, you might be able to hear the neighbor's dog. So that's the new color. It used to be just all white in here. Very ugly. These used to be shitty vinyl blinds. I got faux wood blinds that are really nice. Hunter Douglas brand. If you see that anywhere, fucking get it. These are nice, man. I love these things. So I got these all over the house now. Yeah, there's Worm. There's Tiptoe. I don't know why they're staring at me like that. Maybe I was saying something stupid. I got a little beanbag right here. You can't really see it, but this is like a really good, nice footstool. What else did I do? So for this room, it was the blinds, the wall paint, putting all the furniture and shit in. Yeah, that's kind of... I mean, that's kind of all I can do for now, because I don't have crazy funds to like go all out where I want to go all out. And I'm also not 100% certain what I would even do yet, because I probably want to spend like a year actually in the place before I touch anything for sure. Yeah, I do want to get a tiller and till the lawn and do a hybrid clover and natural Missouri wildflower lawn. That would be sick. I've seen those. Draw a little earth. Yeah, that shade of green I toiled over for days. Because I wanted a dark one to contrast against the wood that's already there. And I wanted kind of like a yellowish green, but not yellow. And I wanted a dark green with a little bit of like almost a brown, but not brown. And it was difficult. It was really difficult to find that perfect shade. And I ordered it online, so that's a toss-up. But I got really lucky. It took 2.5 coats, which was torturous because I cheaped out. But you know what? It's my time, so I'm okay with that. I was okay with that. Thank you. Yeah, there's already a decent amount of clover in my yard, at least in one portion of it, so I'm trying to encourage that to grow, but I don't know, man. The grass down here is getting watered it's drinking so good, man, and it's so aggressive. Buh. Hey, Silas. We got a proper stream. I still haven't figured out what game I want to play. I kind of want to do Elden Ring DLC again, but live. Like, properly live. Because I would love to show people that with a little bit of hard work and determination, you can kill anything. It's not hard. Elden Ring isn't hard. What are you talking about? Subathon, yeah. I'm going to be live for probably 390 something calendar days straight. Really run up my energy bill, as if I didn't have enough shit to worry about paying for already. The only problem with that is I have to make... So, on my 3 saves, one of them is a really early game save with a new character. I think that's Barina. And then the other 2, one of them's the Grinch, and I think the other one is Filbaba. And they're both in New Game Plus, and I don't want to do the DLC in New Game Plus with all my gear and shit, because it just doesn't feel the same. So I would have to play Barina all the way to Mohg. And who's the other one I gotta kill? Mohg and Radahn, I think? Fuck, man. Just thinking about it, it's so much game. It's like probably 2 hours, absolute minimum. Could become several more than that, depending on how much I get sidetracked and distracted, which is guaranteed to happen, because I'm playing fucking Elden Ring. I just want to whack shit. Oh yeah, Egon. Curse you, Bale. And then probably Mesmer. Mesmer's the guy with mommy issues. Yeah, Malenia is not required. As far as I know, it's mainly Mohg and Radahn. Those are the only 2. For DLC access. And like any that are necessary along that way, of course. Trying to think about who's my favorite. Dancing Lion. I didn't have to think very long. I love that fucker. He's so cool. Fire Lion. Who would Fire Lion be? I also have to touch up on Night Rain. I booted it and played for probably only like 10 or 15 minutes, but fucking Roundtable Hold development. I don't know what's going on, but it developed. You don't want to use an airbrush. How would you render it? Oh, metal? Let me get a cube. If I were gonna do metal, okay. Remember your planes, so I'd probably do and then and on a metal surface, usually you have like a beveled edge. So at least on a cube or anything with that kind of shape, you'd have that nice beveled edge. Any corners, any sharp corners are going to get a little more of a highlight. So there would be a highlight along this entire edge, most likely. And then gradients. You'd use gradients are your friend. Let's multiply, just see how this looks. I haven't really done lots of metal rendering. Gradients and highlights. That's where it's really going to be at. So you see how that's already got like a more inorganic feeling to it. So the light in my scenario is coming in and hitting like right here. So the lighting effect is going to be most intense on this corner triangle. And then it's going to kind of gradually lose its effect as it travels away from the light. And then this is kind of like a matte surface, I guess. You can do the like streaks, the simple stuff like that. And that can be kind of a quick shortcut to get it to look more metally. Remember that metal is an imperfect thing and that it has texture. And so if you dig in, you know, with your brush, just add little strokes that indicate that it was probably milled or on like a lathe at some point. And those marks usually have a highlight because those are three-dimensional even though they're really tiny. Simple stuff like that. And then you could take that effect and blow it up and shrink it down and just kind of cover this surface and set that to clipping and make that more subtle. So that's like a quick, super quick metal effect. If you're doing it on like a curved surface, maybe a ring or something, I have like a almost a sequence that I follow. So these are my three colors that I'm going to be working with. I like to establish where the light's going to be hitting. So in this case, I'm going to have it doing the same thing where it's just coming in like that. So this edge, let me get a different brush. It's going to get this light. And then use my gradients again. Gradient here, gradient there. And then the trick is to remember your edges, right? So there's a sharp edge here, so I'm going to add this highlight along this edge on both sides. And then probably fan this out. I made that edge way too harsh. Just go over that. And usually a light edge will be backed up by a dark edge. And there's, if you look at metal, you'll kind of notice like a pattern of lights and darks that back each other. So there will be another very slight light edge, depending on if there's a surface below it. And then maybe up here also. So super, super quick, simple stuff like that gives like a metal effect. But yeah, it is all based on reflectivity. So be aware of what's around your surface and where the light's coming from. And see if you can find kind of some real world examples to help you figure out where to place all your lights. It is not easy at all, but there are some shortcuts that you can use to mimic it without a ton of, you know, mental legwork on your part. A feather quilling by candlelight, right? Even though this generation is fucking melting day by day, I am very glad that I was born in it, because I get to say a bunch of dumb nonsense with all of you guys. That's pretty great. I saw there were like 15 people in here probably as many minutes ago. And I didn't even post onto like Blue Sky or FA or anything. I just posted in the server. Because I wasn't sure that this was going to work out. I've had only 142 dropped frames in an hour worth of broadcasting, which is phenomenal. And I'm assuming that the stream looks okay. I mean, I haven't, oops, I haven't seen any weirdness. I don't know if anyone else has seen any weirdness. I don't know if there's been any stuttering or anything. If there has, let me know. But I mean, if I can stream at this quality without problems, that'd be great. Because any lower and it's going to start to look like not so good. It's just going to taper in quality really quickly. Sublime, let's fucking go, dude. I was so worried. Because for whatever reason, I did the internet speed test and it said that my download was like right under 100 megabits and my upload was between 5 and 10. And I was confused by that because my browser is so slow, and so is Discord even, so I was like, okay, well, it's not just my browser, it's also Discord. Like, stuff just loads a little bit slower than I would anticipate. It loads slower than my hotspot would load. So I was like, well, that's weird. Hopefully stream is fine, and I guess it is, which is great. Evening stream, yeah. I can only stream in the evenings, personally. I don't even know if I've ever tried to stream before, like, 3 p.m. at the earliest. When I was streaming pretty regularly, I would stream at usually like between 5 and 6:30. I would start, and then I would go until, I don't know, 11? 11:30? Ish? And it would be like maybe an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours if I had a friend on the line of drawing, and then like 2 or 3 hours of game time. But I'll probably only do art tonight, because I already played some games today. Spore. Should I try to make Fat Mick and Spore? I've seen Spore. I used to be addicted to watching Spore content when I was a kid. Everyone shits on that game. It's so goofy. You guys want to see some Spore content in 2025? No, I never played it. I saw plenty of... You know what? I wonder... Give me a moment. Let me pull up Steam. Because I have access to my friend's Steam library. And there is a non-zero chance that they have Spore. They do. They have Spore. So I could play Spore. I could play Spore Creepy and Cute Parts Pack. I could play Spore Galactic Adventures. Those are my options if I wanted to spore it up in here. Spread my disease even further. I used to watch the ones, people making, like dragons. Like really crazy dragons. With 47 mouths. Arby's is great. Welcome to stream. It is some art. I hope you enjoy. I'm a little slow because I'm getting back into the groove of things. This is my first stream in like a year. Spore 2, I think you might be yearning for a long time. Creepy and cute parts gives you extra customization. Oh, perfect. I love that shit. That's why I've been playing Peak, because I just want to get badges to unlock more, like, mouths and shit. I made a really doofy-looking camper. Scout? They're called scouts, right? I got, like 4 or 5 badges in one run today. I got the one where you don't place anything on the mountain. I got completing it in under an hour. No fall damage. Bring Bing Bong. And then one other one that I can't remember. Oh, no packaged food. That was it. So impressive, I know. I trained my whole life for this. I better get the recognition. I do enjoy drawing some wrists and hands. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do a page of that for fun. That's really easy for me to do and also read chat at the same time. Which is some of the craziest multitasking that I've ever done in my life. Is putting lines down as I'm not even looking at the canvas. Trying to keep up with 5 people in here. I don't know how people with like 1,000 viewers do it, man. Absolutely insane. I mean, of course, they don't even read 90% of it, but picking out, like, decent chats even from that. Yeah, and your face drawings are looking great, man. Face is, like diving straight into drawing face like that is good. You're taking the bull by the horns in a way, because that's where a lot of people shy away from. So keep at it. You'll notice patterns in the face pretty quickly, even if you do like one study every week. The bunny tuber, thank you. His name is Sugar, because that's what he calls people. And I really hope that his eyes haven't been closed for most of this, because they definitely were. I just looked. Fuck! I need to adjust some of the settings in VC Face so that the blinking isn't as sensitive. Or something with the auto blink, or just change my lighting setup. Because VC Face is a great program for the VTuber tracking, but god damn it, the eyes, man, just the eyes are always a little bit too sensitive, or they're not sensitive enough. That's gonna drive me nuts. Let me look. Let me see if I can tinker around with something. You're getting a behind the scenes. Okay. Because I have blink less sensitive while looking down. And my camera is, like, if this is my actual tablet, what I'm pointing to, my camera is right there, right? So the camera is looking up into my eyes. I don't know why me pointing my pupils downwards convinces the program that I'm blinking, but it does. And it pisses me off. Maybe blink sensitivity down. I don't know. I'm just gonna do that, and we pray. I'll mess with it more next time. Maybe I'm just severely in character, and I'm, you know, getting lulled to sleep by this beautiful music. Yeah, he is sleepy. He's a sleepy guy. His eyes are supposed to be half closed at all times, so it's you know, it's fitting. Whatever. Pitbull named Cupcake. £300 dog. How much do you think one of those like insane muscle dogs sells for? I've never actually looked into it. I know of them. I know it's unethical. I know that it's terrible, and those dogs are usually horribly fucking tempered and trained, because you know, morons are doing it. But I've never looked at how much they do sell for. I would imagine in the thousands, several thousand, minimum 2,000. You know, if there was a position that I saw people struggling to draw the arm and chest area in the most, it's definitely in the like bicep flexed upwards pose. Because I think this whole spot right here bends people over, man. They just don't know what to do. You gotta remember that your shoulder and your chest are connected, okay? So this is your shoulder, all right? It leads into your chest, just like this. Little line like that leads into your chest. This is your shoulder. This is your chest. And your shoulder is getting rotated and pushed a little bit by your bicep in this position. It's also being stretched a lot, okay? This is your front of your shoulder. Right there. And then your chest is also being stretched and lifted. And your chest anchors in the bottom portion, and it has some slack in this portion. So it anchors down here, and it has slack here. So you get a little bit of a bow, and then flat, where it anchors, right? And then this is your tricep, and there's a little bit of rear delt back here, and this hooks up into your armpit area. And then your rear delt and your lat comes out through here. Boom. And then your trapezius like that, and your neck links up like that, and this is there you go. Easy. I can't remember what these are called, but they're sneaky. They kind of sell the whole arm. Sternocleidomastoid, right there. 4 to 10K per roid hound. Holy shit. Yeah, labradoodles, dude. I mean, I guess for some people, maybe it's worth it, because those things don't really shed. And if they go viral on TikTok, you make that back in a fucking week. Elbow crease and the deltoid trap. Yeah. Yeah, this crease right here points at the elbow. You get this diagonal right there. It's kind of a diagonals game, the body. You know, you just got to figure out where the right diagonals are. Another one here. One here. There. And then you kind of have like a two-tier step to your lat. The lats from behind are pretty interesting. Because if this is your trapezius muscle, right? Damn it, I always forget to do this. Gotta separate shit out. This is your shoulder. You have, what the fuck are these guys called? I don't remember. But they're there. And then your tricep, which is in front of all that stuff. And then your lat, which travels down. But it's got like a ridge in it right here. Or is it? No, it goes this way. It goes this way. There's like a split whenever people are super shredded, you can see it at like the halfway point, and that's reflected here whenever it's lifted, right around there. Hello, Exodus. Welcome to stream. I'm nerding out. Never trust a person that knows every single muscle name. I will say that. If someone knows the exact anatomical definition of every single muscle, or not the definition, the name, like the proper medical terminology for it, don't trust them, because they've spent way too much time with their nose in a book and not enough time actually drawing. So I'm sure that they could name exactly what they're looking at, but they probably don't know how to recreate it on a piece of paper. You court them in a heartbeat? I object. Getting eloped with a surgeon would actually be pretty sick, though. Do you think you get, like, medical discounts? Shirley. My name ain't Shirley. That's gotta be a thing. Can you stack discounts? If you're a student in the military and you're married to a surgeon, do you get triple discounts? Or do they just pick, like, the most valuable one for you? Do some legs too. I'm a little more easily tripped up by legs, but I think I've kind of tightened down on them as of recent. Oops. Inside dips down lower than the outside, so this side is higher than this side. That's pretty universal. There are some people where these two are like at the same height, but I don't see it a lot. Student with military benefits. You cannot stack, you have to pick and choose. Man, I was thinking that would be the case, but damn. That sucks. I tried to use my student discount to get a really good deal on a Wacom like a couple of years ago, but the fucking discount wasn't applying in my cart, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to hit checkout and then just hope that it applies, because then I'll have just wasted my time. But I really wanted that tablet because it was going to be a really good deal with the discount. So I was like, okay, I'll contact like customer service. They can help me figure it out. And I think I called them, and they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And then I emailed in, and then I got an automated like robot reply. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not buying from these weirdos. And ever since then, I've had a hate boner for Wacom. Which, I mean, honestly, I've had for even before that, but it just got even harder. So, fuck that company. They make mediocre products for way too much money. And then this part of the leg flows down the knee. You get your calf muscle. And usually the trend of this being higher than this is reflected here also. This is higher than this. So this ridge is higher than this ridge. Marketplace for Wacom tablets. Don't just get a... What's the price range that you're in right now? Because I could probably find something way better for you. The thing about Wacom is that, and I've said this before too, 10 years ago, Wacom was the way to go. because they were ahead of the game. They knew what they were doing. They were like leading the posse in terms of technology and their like different models and everything. But even in 5 years ago, I want to say, every other company has caught up, if not exceeded. I think Huion is by far like significantly nicer. And I've had my hands on 3 different Wacom tablets. Was it 4? It might have been 4. At least 3. I've had an Intuos, I've had a Wacom One, I've had a Bamboo, so that was my first tablet ever. And I know I had another one, but I can't remember what the fuck it was called. So I've had screen, I've had the flat, I've had another flat, I've had 2 different Huions, I've had a Galmon, I've had my hands on an iPad, I've done everything. I've seen every horse, I've seen every pony, okay? Without a doubt, my favorite ones, in terms of how they feel, in terms of how they, the physicality of putting the pen to the screen, the feedback that you get of the pen with the screen, the like extra elements that you can get. I have a little key dial that I got for Christmas one year. I didn't even know that thing existed. I don't know how my cousin knew it existed. They don't fucking draw. They have no interest in the arts. They just found that thing, and it's been the love of my life. All that shit, like every parameter that you can imagine, I love Huion over all of it. I'm trying to think of what the runner-up would be. Oh yeah, my Surface Go. I've drawn on that thing. I did commissions on that thing. I can't believe I did that, man. Laying on my bed with 2 fucking chins, drawing a commission for $140. What was I doing? What was I doing at age 18? That's crazy. I did like 5 for that guy, too. He kept coming back. I was very thankful. If it were not for that person, I may not have ever pursued being a full-time furry degenerate. I may have just been a normal person, so... Marketplace is great. It is a little dicey with electronics. Don't ever buy a phone off there. Ever. Don't ever buy a phone. No PCs, no phones, maybe gaming systems, maybe. Probably not laptops. Plug everything in, test it. If they don't want you testing it, walk away. XP Pen. Yeah, I've heard mixed on XP Pen. Thank you, Commissioner. I can't remember your name right now, but I would know it if I saw it. It was a Sergal, I know that. It was purple and blue, and what else was significant about it? I don't know, they all kind of look the same, but that's the point, right? When will Maldavius Fig Tree commission me? He can't. He's blacklisted. Fuck that guy. I would love to dress that man down. I don't like being mean to people, but whenever someone is mean and I can see them being weird, all bets are off. The fucking Missouri asshole that lives inside of me deep down, he will come out. He's not nice. I can be nice. At my core, I'm not nice. I choose to be nice. That's just something I've accepted about myself. Yeah, the Southern Rage. No, seriously. There's something about it, man. I do have a server. You can find it if you look hard enough. It is 18 plus. If you're not 18, don't get in there. I had to snipe someone one time because they joined. They joined, they didn't say anything. I never look at profiles when people join. The only thing I do is I assign them a role now, which I didn't do before. But this one time, a random person joined, and they had a more unique username. And I just clicked on their profile because I was curious. And they had a link that went to some, like, Linktree site. And I went there, and in their profile it said that they were 16. And I was like, hey man, I know you want to be in I'm glad you want to be in here, but you can't. Come back in 2 years. You got fucking booted. It was like Black Cat something. Part of it was in Espanol. If you don't wordle, you can't come. Do not come. Only true Wordle champions allowed. Yeah. Fucking. I usually, whenever I get a hardcore recommended a topic by YouTube, I do my best to avoid it. Because I know that as soon as I click on one video, it's going to be a cascade for the next, like, week. There's nothing I can do about it. And I also just, I don't know, getting stuff recommended to me over and over again pisses me off, and so I avoid it out of spite. But he just has one of the most, and this is going to be mean, but I don't give a fuck, one of the most dislikable faces I've probably ever seen in my life. And I was like, I kind of want to see people dunk all over this guy, just because he looks like an asshole. And I was not proven wrong, I'll tell you that. he's a, you know, I'm not going to say those words, but they almost slipped out. He's a something and a half. He's a very, very full of himself kind of guy. Not self-aware about it. You can be kind of full of yourself and self-aware, but he's not. He just huffs his own farts all day. I still can't believe he's 37. I still can't believe that motherfucker is 37 years old. What are you doing? Yeah, I recognized his voice. I had seen maybe one or two of his shorts way back in the day, but he was talking about coding shit, and I was like, I don't have any interest in this. I have nothing to do with coding at all, you know. I have a friend that codes, and like, it would be nice to know a little bit more about what he does, but if I don't understand one bit of a sentence that someone says, I'm out of my depth. I'm not going to stay there. So I didn't watch any more of his content. But he just has a way of talking that is like... It's like his inner voice assumes that the world is stupid. That's the best way I can put it, I think. He's 38 today? Jesus Christ. Why do people deteriorate so rapidly after they pass 35? Seems like people sign up for fucking Looney Tunes the second that they hit that age. And it all just goes downhill. Is it the midlife? Is it the midlife hitting? It's gotta be it. Quarter Life had me on Lexapro, so I get it, but like, I took the initiative to get myself fixed, you know? Jesus Christ. Okay, this dude's head is massive. I kind of like it, but not that big. Yeah, very, very condescending. Extremely condescending. Continual crisis. That'll happen. It's kind of fucked up because, like, I had the thing that put me in a crazy rut was like death anxiety. And I'm not even kidding when I say this, but one of the things that actually got me out of that was being like, oh, well, one day I won't have to worry about paying taxes. So I guess it's okay. And like that actually helps me. Because then I think about all the other miserable shit that I won't have to deal with. Like being sad. I won't have to be sad. That's awesome. I did get my kind of OCD like traits or tendencies fixed up a little bit by getting medicated. So that's good. It is sad. It is sad. The good thing is that I went through the sad part. I was very sad for a very long time. Like only within the last 2 weeks, I would say, is when I've kind of got better from it and not been so, I don't know, just like in a tailspin about it. It was rough from like I want to say no, May 10th, sometime around May 10th maybe, even before that maybe. That sounds about right. Well, no, it was like probably a week before that. Early May. From early May until about 2 weeks ago, I was feeling god fucking awful, and I feel significantly better now. So, and it's helped me realize that everyone goes through it, and you get, your time allotted to you, and you just have fun. Just have fun, man. That's what it's about. Can't stop it. You're not putting brakes on time. As generic as it sounds. More of a voice chat type person. Yeah, that's interesting. Sometimes people kick it in voice chat, but not super often. I'm gonna give this dude crazy long hair. He's gonna have cool long hair. Petting horses. Some of my neighbors probably have horses. I mean, I drive by farms. I could just stop in one of them. There was a baby cow out of its fence. I think it was out of the fence because it was very close to the road and it was on the other side of the fence. But I don't know if that was on purpose. I don't know if he's supposed to be out there. It's next to a 55 mile per hour highway, so I don't think so. But he was. And I wanted to stop and say something to the people that own the land, but it's Missouri, and you never know who has a gun. I'm sure they wouldn't have cared. They would have been fine, but I could pet cows. I could pet my neighbor's 14 cats, which is their guess at how many they have. They don't even know. Because I have very old neighbors that don't get their cats fixed. And they had kittens, like, probably 2 months ago. And they're probably gonna have kittens again. They're sweet people, but please, please, God, get the cats fixed. There's so many of them. Shrink him again, damn. He's gonna get more. I don't like how lopsided it is. That's a bit better. Let's show some of the shoulder over here. Yeah, it's more solid. I think I'm only just now settling in as far as drawing goes. This feels more correct compared to what I've been doing. Yeah, they come over, some of them come over and they spray by my mailbox, which is, that's fine, you know, I don't care at all. But it's like, how did it get to 14? And can you not have it be that many? Because I just don't want to run them over. I have to drive in and out of my little gravel driveway, and I'm fucking terrified that one's gonna like be under my car one day. So I just every time I back out of my driveway or pull up into it, I go so slow. Because I'm horrified by that idea. That's my nightmare. And only one of them has a collar. And I think that one's name is probably Simba, because both of them, the man and the woman, they'll be out there just yelling, Simba! Simba! They sound exactly like that, and they'll do it for 5 to 10 minutes. It's a cat. It doesn't listen. Yeah, you're crawling up into the car? Yeah. Having kittens in there? It's not like it couldn't happen. They're all very skittish. I've had them in my backyard a couple of times. And I just kind of tap on the glass and then look at them and let them know that I'm here. Hey, Flex, welcome to stream. I'm making a bull dragon guy. I think I'm actually gonna give him longer tail hair too, because that would look nice. Yeah. Toe and worm react. So they look at the cats, but I don't know. I think because they have the height advantage, they don't feel threatened. So they kind of don't care. And like if the other cats were doing anything weird, they'd probably be like yowling or something. But the other cats, they just, I don't know. They look and then they lay down. They don't give a fuck. I'm on their property at this point. Okay. I like this. I like this guy. Big art dump, hell yeah. I'll check that out. Okay, what other dragon-y... This is where I get stumped sometimes, is whenever I make dragons, I try to make them all a little unique, and it's like, what kind of patterns could I do that are different than what I've done before? I don't know. Maybe more circular scales, because I haven't really done a whole lot of that. I could add feathers. Maybe on another guy. Not on this one, because I've already got the hair. That's not a bad idea. Let me have some of this come over the neck. Okay. Oh yeah, the mustache. I was gonna stick it on this guy initially, but this guy's probably a way better candidate for it. Let's see how it looks. I might make it a more floaty one. I do like those. The only problem that I have is try not to make them obscure too much. So probably like that. Nah, that's gonna be too crazy looking. Let me do one of my tricks. It's just in a tough spot, because I don't really want it to cross the nostril, because that's going to be way too much happening right there. Maybe, there we go. Okay. There we go. Little detail. Thank you. I'm digging him. I think he's coming along. I'll do one of my little kind of rough sheet styles for this guy. I'll put a name here. I'll put something. Take a guess. And then maybe a hand? A little hand guide? Could be cool. Show like the top of the knuckle or something. Yeah, it will be. Yeah. I don't know when he'll get dropped, but he will be. Pretty much all my, like, one-off designs like this end up becoming adoptables. Because I'm not going to do shit with them. I still remember having to teach myself what an adoptable was 4 years ago. I had no idea. I just started uploading to FA, and then some guy approached me and was like, is this an adoptable? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe. So I had to look it up. and then like do a bunch of guesswork on if I was using the correct terms and shit when I was talking to this guy. And I was like, man, I hope he doesn't call my bluff or anything. It felt so sketchy the first time that I sold one. Getting that first $60 in my PayPal, I was like, is this okay? Can I do this? Okay, I'll do paw pads. I almost never do paw pads. Super attached to them too. Yeah, some of them I start to feel that way with, like I can't show them obviously, but there's a like a red and gold there's a red and gold like Sphinx that I did at one point, and I love that design. He's got curly horns and like a really big wide face, and he's actually probably one of my favorite designs I've ever made. And I almost want to like keep him and do more with him, but I know I won't. So I would rather list him and be like, well, I could, you know, make some amount of money off of this and then have some, you know, incentive to keep making more shit with the time that I'm afforded by that money. You know what I mean? So, also, this is massive. Holy shit. There we go. And then this guy's here. Okay. Cool. Yeah, on the fly, yeah. Should we do one more? I'll do one more. Fuck it. I got time. Alright, somebody spitball at me. Animals. Something. I'll take 2 or 3. I'll shove them together for fun. Bull. Okay. Dragonfly. Interesting. I love those guys. They eat mosquitoes. Moth. Any other animals? Caterpillar. Cat. I think I'm liking bull, moth, cat so far. That sounds like it could be kind of fun. Tiger. Ant. Bull, moth, tiger. I'm doing that. Bull, moth, tiger. Okay. Tiger. Okay. Maybe I'll make this one like a quad. I'm seeing a vision. I have a vision. I think. The vision doesn't always come to fruition, but I'm going to try. Hey, Senna, welcome to stream. I don't know, what do I want this guy to be doing? Because a bull has, like, that kind of neck, right? Moth. Okay, so I want to do, like, a fusion here of, I think a tiger's paws and a moth's wings. So I want them to do the curly thing that some moths do. Or they have, like, the little... whatever fucking dangly bits on the end. I saw a moth with that. I don't remember how they look though, but I want this shape. So moth wings like that, and then probably link up like that, right? Yeah. Pause. And this one will go like that. Cool. Okay, I want the feet to be visible. These will be hooved, maybe? Should these be hooved? If they're hooved, I want them to be kind of sticking up, like a proper sit. But I don't remember how that looks with bovines or equines. Their legs are so weird. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as a silhouette for now. Okay, and then tail can come out this way, like this. And it'll be the white tuft of a tiger's tail, but like as its own thing, like that. Yeah, back hooves, front paws most likely. We'll see. We'll see. I think I want it to face this way. It's either going to face this way or this way. But I like, whenever I'm designing a character, I like to have some sort of kind of rhythm in the turns. And then moths have the whatever these are, right? Okay, hold on. The horns. They're going to be curling like horns. It's going to have a tigery nose. I'm getting a DM from a friend who I'm supposed to play a game with. Okay. We're supposed to play Peak. What's my schedule looking like? Busy. Occupado at the moment. At the momento. I'm so fucking corny, man. Okay, what do I should follow up with that. I shouldn't just say that. But we'll be free in 30 minutes or so. I think I can get this done in about 30. You guys believe me? Or do you believe in me? Okay, a bull. They have big back. Big back, big back. And then the hair right there. And then tiger's got that, like, that. I'll give him a big jaw. I kind of want to add like a top plane to the tail also. And then what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to add the kind of ridges that you would find on a moth's thorax. Anywhere that you can kind of sneak in identifying qualities of an animal whenever you're doing like a hybrid like this, that can be helpful. Yeah, no game time tonight. That shouldn't even matter to you. I remember back in the day you said you didn't even stick around for game time. Not usually. But no game time. This was just a fun little test stream to see if it worked. And it does! Which is great. They said, no worries if you're busy tonight. I be streaming. But wrapping up soon. You guys type fast? Or do you know people that type fast? I've gotten much better in the past 2 years. I used to be fucking horrible at typing. I couldn't type for shit. And my keyboard is on one of those like trays, so I can't even see like where my fingers are. And the tops of my fingers like hit up against the bottom of the desk always. It pisses me off. Two index fingers. Damn. That's okay. I type on my phone. I type with my thumb and an index, and that's like the lightning fast combo for me. Okay, I might skip hooves. I might go with the color scheme of a bull instead of giving it a ton of bull features. I don't know. I'm torn. Drag so I get random letters and spaces. I have noticed that. Typing websites. Oh shit, dude, there was one. Fuck, I wonder if I can find it, because it's really good. It's really, really, really good. I remember it. Oh man. I gotta remember. Okay. Gamba. I remember how to say it. I'm gonna find that website for you later at some point. Don't let me forget to find that typing site. Typing to learn. Ten fast fingers. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the website. It's something simple, but I'm always bad with names, so. Nitro type? Did you all see them roll out Discord orbs? Type words. Oh yeah, Nitro Racer. Yeah, I remember that. That was like the brother website to Cool Math Games as a kid. If you couldn't play Cool Math Games, you got on fucking Type Racer. Because the teachers were such sticklers for what you could do. It's like, I finished coloring my letters. Let me do what I want. I earned this. I say just as the baby, like, baby music kicks in. That's good timing. Dipping out for dinner. Thanks for coming to stream. Thank you. Have a good dinner. Okay, and then I'll give him like the pink bull mouth. The weird lips. Cows have such strange mouth areas. You're so much older than me. No, I'm 22. I don't know how old you are, though. Royal Pet Guard. Yeah, I think big, stocky tigers just always have that kind of feeling to them. There's something about it. There's a pair of bosses in Dark Souls 2 that are just like giant tigers. And it's someday, I don't know when, probably at my lowest, but someday I will play fucking Dark Souls 2 DLC, and it's the last you're ever gonna see of me, guys, so just know that. What a dog shit game. This guy's weird. I like him. I like how weird he looks. Be 22. Hey, my birthday's in October. You dirty Libra. I'm a cusp technically. What is it, like the 23rd and after is Scorpio? I don't remember. My mom and my brother are Scorpios. And boy, did I live up to the Libra name for a long ass time, being a dirty fucking people pleaser. I've only recently kicked myself into shape and gotten out of that. Because it does nothing for you, okay? Put up boundaries. God damn. That's one thing you're gonna have to learn to do. Yeah, but yeah. Well, the only reason I own a house is because it's all I've wanted since I was like 16. So I just, like I said, I just worked my ass off, man. I did nothing but work. I spent no money. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I went to college. I went to the cheapest one I could so I had no debt. I don't have any debt other than the house at this point. So I'm pretty ahead in terms of like life timeline. But I get people thinking that I've always had people think that I'm way older. I had someone think that I was in my 40s. I was like, do I really sound that old? Goddamn. That's not good. It's probably because I was talking about my music taste. Can make freaky babies in Spore. I do enjoy making little freaks. It's a good pastime. Sagittarius. I don't meet a lot of them. Conflict only when people bad. When people bad, people get conflict. So people learn to not be bad. You tell them, knock it off. You stop that. And you push their face in dirt. And they don't do it again. Oh yeah, the emotes too, yeah. A wise aura, thank you. Should I full commit into thinking that I'm better than everyone now, just like Pirate Software? Is this Breath of the Wild song? It sounds like it is. I really like that game's OST. I kept catching bits and pieces of it in people's videos, and I didn't know where it was coming from, and I had to Shazam it. So much of a partial gamer I am. I know a whole lot about like 4 or 5 specific games and jack fucking shit about the rest of the industry. Oh wait, moths have that really puffy neck. What am I doing? I was like, I don't know what to do with the neck. Just put a giant puffball there. It will clash with the tail, so I'll probably... Well, I could keep it. I could keep it there. I might move it. I don't know. Horse riding song. I wouldn't be surprised if they reused it. It's damn good music. I was surprised to not really hear any recycled stuff in the Elden Ring DLC. That game has a solid soundtrack too. It's like a totally different energy though, of course. Careful. Careful saying bad things about Nintendo. They'll send the Pinkertons after you. You don't want no Pinkertons. Okay, where am I putting stripes? I don't know. I think it's a good thing to block them out a little bit in like a rough sketch stage, because stripes actually change the appearance of something a lot. You'd be surprised. Something like this, and then this will be... Yeah, these can be dark. Oh, actually, okay. I like this segmenting that's happening. See, that's the fun of Fill Tool, is sometimes Fill Tool can come up with some unique, weird shit that you wouldn't have done otherwise, right? So this kind of, like, blocking right here. I probably wouldn't have done that on my own, but I like it. Thanks, Fill Tool. Nice. Okay, we'll start with that. Which fight has your favorite song? Probably Dancing Lion. Everything about that fight, that's probably, besides what they did to it in the Rao Ruins, which was a bastardization, that's, like, hands down my favorite fight in the series. If I had a mod that just let me refight that fucker over and over and over again, which is basically what I do when I do online play, I would have that mod and I would be on that game for like 2 hours straight just fighting the Dancing Lion. My last like probably 150 to 200 hours on Elden Ring, I'm not joking, it's just been me sitting with my summon sign on, waiting for people to summon me so that I could kill the bosses in the DLC again. Just on a repeat. I've fought Mesmer probably like 70 times now. Maybe, I'll tell you what, I'll boot up Elden Ring and I'll fight Mesmer online and see how my online play is, and I can test that on stream and you guys can see how easy the DLC is. How about that? And then I'll hop off and I'll play Peak with my friend. Hopefully they don't fucking jump ship again like they did yesterday. Look at this silly guy. Oops. 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 Okay, I like him. I'll have like a little indication of the tail over here, maybe? Or is that too long? Because that's going to cover this whole distance. That's a long-ass tail. I'll leave it be. I'll get rid of this because it's ugly. I'll just put something big to fill in the space in the meantime. I don't really know how to draw feline rear legs very well, so I'll have to look at something to figure this out. Okay, I'm bringing it back, actually. It'll just be a placeholder for now, but there we go. Bull moth... Oops, bull moth tiger. I will bring more bull elements into it, because I don't think they're quite there yet. I think I'll probably change the body shape a little bit, inevitably. And then probably in the color palette. But he's cool. I like him. Okay. It's about to be a little bit of game time. Game time. My mic is not muted on here. Good. Sometimes I forget on the different scenes to like fix unmuting shit. I like the way you do the line. Thank you. Kaiser Arts, welcome to stream. I hope you enjoy Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring. Personally. You're staying this time? Hell yeah. You can watch me fight some shit. It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully. Hopefully I get summoned. Sometimes it's a slow night and people aren't summoning. Is today... What's today? Friday? Thursday? Thursday. Okay. It's gonna be a toss-up. I also don't know how loud the game's gonna be. Hopefully it's not loud. I also need to change my category. I didn't forget. Okay. Come on, PC, you can do it. You can launch the game you've launched hundreds of times. Go over to that monitor. Close out Clip Studio Paint. Hopefully the game capture is still up to snuff. Yes, okay. Yeah, it's a little loud, but it's okay. Like line art when the lines aren't too perfect. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that too. Whenever I see like really clean graphic lines, there's something there that's missing for me. I love like little fuck ups or a really textured brush. Okay. Game sounds just a touch loud. Let me know if it is or is not. But I need to go to Dark Chamber entrance. Wow, I had that locked and loaded. I haven't actually looked at the map in such a long time, but... Okay. Oh wait, I think I put it on my hotbar, right? Yeah, because I've been doing it so much. Now we wait. Yeah, I can show you guys the Granch in the meantime. This is the Granch. They are 2 axes. Leaping heavy attacks are my specialty. But this is also good to fill in gaps with dodging and ducking. Understanding of anatomy is amazing. Appreciate your art and how you push the characters. Thank you. I have a bit of a fixation on it, and I have for probably the better half of a decade at this point. I don't know. I perceive bodies in a really, really specific way. And little details about bodies and like distances and folds and wrinkles and shit get burned into my brain. I can't take this. Oh no. This is the worst part of online play, which is why I wish that there was just some way to fight the bosses over and over again on your own. Because you just gotta wait. Just gotta wait for someone to get desperate. Don't make fun of the Grinch. She's feeling her own fashion, okay? Hey, Kengo. Yeah, I fucking love that lion, man. Except for the stupid ass one over here. This one. Fuck this one. This one sucks. That one can choke on cock. They ruined him. Soiled it. That's what they did. They soiled it. Oh, please summon me. You there. Summon me, mister. With, what's his name? Rykard's sword. Summon me. You bitch. That guy's got a pole arm. I kind of want to do a run with one of those. Big old pole arm like that. That could be fun. I don't know. I just love smashing shit. It's so nice. And now that I have proper internet, I think my ping will be better. So I won't have like the stuttery bosses that I was having on my mobile hotspot. I still can't believe I was able to play this game online on my hotspot. I don't know how the fuck that worked, but it did. I did it. Full magic caster. Yeah. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Yeah, the noises, I know, right? It is Mesmer's fight, yeah. It did anything on it, I know. It was weirdly fast. I don't know why it was so fast. Hey, we got a fat ass! Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Boo. Or Buh. Double Beast Claw? That's crazy. Aw, you're she's actually I don't know about that lip shade, but everything else is fine. That's a decent face. I don't look so good. Oh fuck, that I didn't remember her looking like that. Hey, we're putting that back on. Okay. Are we going? Are we going, Boo? Yeah, come on. You and me, Boo. Yes! No! Damn it. I like it when it's just me and the other person only. I don't like a third party. Because the tracking goes fucking crazy with the boss AI. Bloodhound's Fang? Damn. Switch from Photoshop to Clip Studio. I would recommend that. I would recommend Clip. Frilled Finger Abafapika. Oh shit. Alright. Don't get grabbed. Yay! This is what I wanted! He's already dead. Okay, you can't attack him when he's doing that, but... Fuck, okay, he didn't land where I thought he would. Target me. Ow. See, that's so fucked, man. And now he's getting targeted. Don't die! Woo! That was close. Okay. We got phase 2. That's good. Buff. Okay. You gotta be really careful when he does his poison shit. He always does. Ow! What's he doing? Oh! No! Damn it. It's better to not punish on those. You get way more damage if you don't. That. Get away. That fucks me every time, dude. Yep. 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 Oh, shit. Okay. A little bit of stutter right there. It's fine. Don't panic. Just don't panic. It's me and Boo. Ow. Ow. Woo. No, 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 no. Not like this. No. No! No. No, no, he was so close. No, he killed him. No. Fuck. Ah, oh, man. Is the audio loud? Are there any audio issues? Hopefully not. Ah, damn it. That was such a good one too. No, so if they die before the boss does, and like the whatever foe vanquished thing pops up, they got to do it again. They still have to kill Mesmer again because I didn't get him in time. Damn it. We gotta get him. I gotta get him at least once. There we go. It's probably gonna be Boo again. Yeah, it's just something to do with the code in the game, like the way that it processes the proper like boss complete event, you know? Yes. It's you and me. It's you and me. We got this. We got this. Come on. Come on. Maybe I can convince them to just roll with me. We don't need any... No! Fuck! All you need is the Granch, Boo! All you need is this. The other guy fumbled hard. You saw it. You gonna trust him again? It's the same dude. Shit. And I didn't get my boss. Yeah, I know, they died immediately. It's because they got grabbed. You can hit here, and then I can't see fucking anything. Oh my god, what a bastard. Of course he's locked on me. Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh shit, okay. I think that dude is bleeding the fuck out of Mesmer. Abba fuck. Ow. Ow. Okay. Weird delay there. It's fine. I can't see shit. And I missed. No, it's so embarrassing. Ah, fuck. Wow, he target swapped fast on that one. Oh, okay. Get him, Boo. It's the magic trio right there. Oh yeah, and you get rune arcs. I think I already have the max amount. I have 99, so... if you wanted to know how many fights I've done. Okay. So there you go. DLC's not hard, guys. You just gotta practice. Just practice. If you can't fight a boss on your own, or kill a boss on your own, activate one of these and fuck around with people, and you'll get the timing down with no stakes. Very fun, very good time. But that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to kill Mesmer and show you guys that it's a fun game. I love this game. Thanks for coming to stream. I appreciate it. I'm glad I can stream again. I don't know how often I'll do it. Um, Maybe like once a week, twice a week. I don't know. Not super often. I don't want to burn myself out, but I have a giant library of games now, so I got some fun shit to play. I got some cool stuff to draw, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. Have a good night. I'll see you later.